I'm moving back home. Hey Siri, set a timer for 12 minutes. I wrote down some stuff that I wanted to say. So, we're gonna say it. I am moving back in with my parents. Okay. That sounds crazy, and I did not expect to ever say that again, or for a very, no, I honestly didn't think I would ever do that. I've of course thought about it, always came to the conclusion that I wouldn't, but it's a different time. Things are weird, things are about to get weirder. I don't know if you could tell from my previous videos or my Instagram posts, but I am moving. It is currently middle of July, and I'm moving July 31st. Gonna be back with my parents August 1st. Now let me explain. My work just recently announced that we're gonna stay in remote work, and you have the option to either come into the office when we reopen or completely stay working from home, or move out of LA, relocate, and that just made me think about where I want to live. I'm currently just looking at apartments, honestly, anywhere. I still have a month and a half, 2 months. No, a month and a half. Oh my God. We'll see from there. I mean, I might just stay here. So, I don't know.
I just feel really in tune with my emotions and like my body and like my mind, but I ultimately don't know what I want or what's best for me. I feel like I'm very adjustable, but like last night, I feel like I dreamt that I was crying. I've been trying to cry in like real life, but I just can't. I don't think I'm that overwhelmed. I'm just confused. Oh my God, look at that. I fucking didn't even do anything. Where am I gonna live? What should I do? I'm treating this as like a past, present, future. This is like, my job is secure. It's like very long term. I'm safe here. Like I don't have to worry about finances or career or anything. It's like, this is where I should be, and good omen. This, laziness, procrastination. I'm not seizing opportunities like I should be. I see the opportunities, I just don't take them. I'm just being lazy and procrastinating and keeping myself from my own success. And then the upside down Empress means that I'm finding work unfulfilling or monotonous and long to do something where I feel creatively inspired. And I have to trust that as long as I continue to make responsible choices, I will be financially secure. Either you stay with your job that is financially keeping you stable, or you like risk all your money and lose it all by going after something more creative. Oof. I don't know if you guys have ever heard me talk about this dream of mine, but eventually I do want to live in New York. Because of everything and the opportunity of working from home, I got really excited and I kind of jumped the gun and I was like, I'm moving to New York. Oh my God. This is fucking amazing. So I just got off the phone with my potential roommates that are renting out a room to me in New York. They were fucking awesome. They sounded amazing and they seemed like they really liked me. So hopefully, I get it, because I really am like, I don't get attached, but I just feel like when I know that something is like a good thing and like healthy and like feels like the right thing to like the right decision, I'm very 100% sure. So, but I think I was jumping the gun way too quickly. I wasn't really thinking about how it's gonna be, especially during a pandemic. I kind of got really excited and got really like caught up in it and didn't really think about everything. I've been talking to the potential roommates that I was gonna move in with in New York, and everything's pretty settled. All the payments needed are pretty planned out. I'm about to pay on Venmo. I wouldn't recommend this to like anyone who's doing it for the first time. I'm just thinking of the worst case scenario. That would be like I Venmo them, they, you know, take my money and like completely ghost me. They gave me the address, so I'm about to Venmo her. the security deposit, and I've also laid out like all the finances that I'm gonna be spending. I'm actually gonna be saving so much money with going over there because I'm gonna be living in a room and not a whole fucking apartment. I just realized I have only 5 weekends to move and get rid of things and sell things, so basically I just realized that I'm fucked. And although it's not the most ideal circumstances, I think being in New York will be a good thing for me, and if it's not, then you know, I'll figure it out.
What have been some highs, positive things that have occurred, and what might have been some lows or some challenges that may have happened since you and I last spoke this morning?
I think a high has, well, for me, has been maybe deciding to move out of the current apartment that I have been living in for about a year. I'm looking into moving in with roommates instead of living alone, and I think that's been a big factor of maybe a lot of like mental health problems that I've experienced just because of the loneliness and all that. That has given me some hope for the future, which has helped me not stay so like negative and yeah, just hopeless. But I woke up one day after talking to my dad on the phone one night, and like we had a really good conversation just about like family, and like we were talking about life updates, honestly, just catching up. And that next morning I was like, wait, why are you gonna move across the country and, you know, keep this job and not save as much money as you could and just be in a new space when you've been so lonely? Like, what are you running away from, kind of thing? Like, why are you so in a hurry to get there when if you went there right now, it wouldn't be the way that you envisioned for yourself? It just, everything started to like dwindle down to like, wait, why am I doing this again? And I spent the whole day like literally in so much anxiety about moving to New York because I knew I shouldn't do it. Hi.
Yo.
I woke up with the weirdest thought.
What?
I don't know if I want to move. Oh my god.
Really?
I literally woke up and I was like, I think I want to move back in with my parents. And I was like, what? And I was like, this is just fear. And I was like, I felt so sure. I think my intention, or like what I was hoping for, is like not the reality. Like, what do I actually want to do, you know?
Right.
And then it said, today you can commit. It's not random, it's the force of your willingness to commit. Security will serve you better than frost in the coming months. What does that mean? And it was such a weird, like, instinctual feeling, because I was like, I was so set. What happened? I even paid $900 to this girl to rent this room. And eventually I was just like, I can't beat this like gut feeling. I texted them and I called New York off, and it's a terrible, don't do that. Don't fucking do that. It puts a lot of people in a really bad situation. I know that I could have gone and I could have figured it out and everything would be fine. I just couldn't shake the feeling of like, don't go yet. Like, just go back home, use it as a buffer. I told my parents already. Pero te iba a decir que hablando con like my dad yesterday, y pues pensando y todo, I was like, pues I don't know si me voy todavía. So les llamé a los roommates y les dije que mejor no me voy, and yeah, so I don't think I'm gonna go anymore. Me voy a mover contigo.
Alright.
Roommate.
Está bien, mi gato.
My parents are super stoked, and I honestly am pretty excited myself, although I'm pretty scared too. And since it wasn't really in my plan, it's been a lot to digest and a lot of like thinking. Staying here in LA, having a full-time job, along with trying to make consistent uploads on YouTube, I've made it work, but it's been extremely hard, and it's also an easy way to hit a plateau. My plan with going back home is I'm using it as like, and this might sound weird, but like as a buffer time. This isn't like a long-term thing. This isn't where I'm gonna be forever, but it's where I ultimately, like, I feel kind of do need to be right now if I want to get where I want to be. Me and my family have always had this pretty like supportive relationship. I think they definitely are a little toxic. We all have a little bit of toxicity in our families. You know, I'm guilty of it too. I have to reclaim that space for myself and make myself comfortable to create. Like, if I can't create at home with my parents, then where can I create? You know, like, I have to be comfortable wherever I go, and I have to make it happen, even if it's not the most ideal thing for me or it's not what I envisioned for myself at 24. I also think that I want to like normalize moving back home.
Why is it negative to move back in with your parents? Like,
Yeah.
It's always so funny because like when you're 19, you're 17, 18, 19, 20, you can't wait to get out of your parents' house. Finally fucking break free. And it's just like you don't want to be 20 years old and tell somebody you live with your parents. It's embarrassing. But then fast forward to when you're like 24, 5, 6, 7, and you realize how difficult it is to pay rent and bills and groceries and all that shit. No one's doing your laundry, helping cook dinner for you. You all of a sudden want to go back, but you don't want to admit it because you don't want to be like chastised by your peers, your colleagues, etc.
Yeah.
So maybe you come out and just be like, why is it so negative to move home? I'm saving money, bro. Like,
Hey mom, hey dad.
you know what I mean? Like, there's so many positive things that people can relate to, and then if you talk about it like that, it stops being so negative.
So I've been packing. I'm gonna order up a U-Haul and some movers and just take everything with me and move back into my parents' house. It's gonna be so interesting. My parents are, like I said, super happy. I love this apartment. I had so much fun discovering things about myself that I wouldn't have been able to if I wasn't living alone. So get excited for future videos, I guess. But yeah, I'm moving back. I'm moving back home. All right, cool. See you guys back home. Thank you for watching. I just wanted to give a little update, but yeah, that's the plan. Fire.